Today I'm going to be practicing facial expressions using the 25 Essential Expressions Challenge. This is back from 2007, so depending on your age, you may remember when this was literally everywhere. You couldn't go to an art page without seeing their take on this, which was awesome. I loved seeing it. I really liked the digital ones where the character would actually break out of the box. But I thought today I could just sit down and kind of play around with it and see how well I can do it. So I will have it linked below if you would like to print off this sheet as well and practice your own facial expressions, your drawing of facial expressions. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and let's get right into it. Now, what I remember from attempting this previously was that there are a lot on here that are kind of similar, just like more exaggerated, and I tended to like exaggerate them from the less exaggerated word, if that makes sense. Like there's disgusted, ill, nauseous, and WTF. So there are some that are kind of similar. So I feel like what might be the smartest and most effective plan is to find the most, like the biggest, most expressive words and do those first and work backwards, because I just tend to over exaggerate when I try to do this. I'll start off with a pencil though. It's just an HB pencil, nothing special. And I'll pick a box. I'm actually a little nervous. Is there a nervous one? Maybe I can do that first. Also, what character am I gonna draw? We could do Wheels. Haven't drawn her in a little hot second. Oh, but her piggy tails are not gonna fit in these little boxes. Just kind of thick eyebrows. I think it probably will be best to use the same character every single time, because if you read, Nancy specifically says, this exercise will help you learn to draw a consistent character through different expressions and to illustrate those expressions clearly. The best way to keep a character consistent is to plan the unique features and imagine their movement and memorize. So I feel like it could really get me closer to Wheels, and maybe I'll draw her even more going forward. I have drawn her quite a few times, so I feel like I do kind of know her facial features a bit more than another character. So in that way, she would probably give me the best results, even though it might be the least necessary, you know? She has a very circular face because she comes from characters where I have 3 characters. They're kind of a group of girls. Her shape that keeps her kind of unique is a circle. Then I have another character whose everything's more heart-shaped, so even the face kind of just feels heart-shaped to me. And then I have a character that's more square, so like the facial shape is more square. I feel like that took a long time to say. A concept that was very simple. I don't think we're gonna have any shoulders in these unless I draw really small. But she has like an oversized t-shirt with a face on it. She has dark hair with big long ponytails. Sometimes I draw her hair curly, but I find that I like it looking like this the best. Like it's more chunky with a little curl at the end. Might as well give her a body since I won't be drawing a body later. And she has some roller skates. Wheels is a nickname, by the way. She wasn't born with roller skates on, although maybe she likes to tell people she did. Something like this. I'm realizing I'm not warmed up at all. My wrist is very cold. I feel like I need to kind of erase it and redo it. Just the stuff that's a little out there. Her shoulders seem really narrow and her legs are really long. Kind of like this little hand. I wonder how many hands will make it into here. Should we make a guess? I would be so surprised if someone got it right. I mean, I suppose there's only so many numbers and there's only so many of these, so there could only be 2 hands per box. You could probably make a decently educated guess. Somebody actually sent me a photo of them cosplaying Wheels once, and I just about died. I never in a million years imagined someone dressing up as a character I created. I don't even know how to describe how that feels. It's like some weird mix between extremely elated and extremely thankful. I'm very grateful for you, so thank you. When you draw my characters and everything, really, really means a lot, so thanks. There we go. That should do it for now. But yes, this is Wheels. What a long what a long detour. Alright, now it's time to do this. So I go with my original plan, or maybe the ones that have like is there anything else that means fear? Since I'm being so indecisive, I might just start at happy. Actually, I can see what pleased would look like right off the top of my head, so I'm gonna start there. Oh dang, I really do have to draw small, especially if I want to fit any of her ponytail. Also, I've done this once before, so I'd be really curious to like compare them afterwards and see how similar they end up. I don't know if I made it all the way, but I would be curious to compare. Now I want to use a lot of like body language too. I don't know if that was really meant to be done since the boxes are so small, but I'm kind of just trying to lay it out. Kind of see the eyes being sort of closed on this one. It's a nice closed smile. Very pleased with herself. There's lots of room for shoulders here, actually. Is that it? This looks so bland. Maybe I want to draw it bigger. Because if they're all that tiny, like obviously I can start adding in like shading and tone and stuff and make it look more interesting. But I want the facial expression to show up, which is the goal here. So I'm going to try to start with a bigger square. Maybe cock the shoulder up a little. See, the problem with having the eyes like looking at us is like it doesn't seem like she's pleased. In my opinion, it's like pleased with herself. And I feel like having the eyes looking at the camera kind of make it look like she's pleased with something happening around her, which I suppose is fine, but it wasn't what I was going for. Squared off eyebrows. Hey, these hair ties still work. Same spot. This is hair. See, it also just looks like happy. I don't know how you're supposed to separate these. Well, it's just the first one. We're still getting a feel for it. Maybe I'll kind of figure out what I need to do as we do a few. She looks very cute though. And I'd say pleased would be a word I could use to describe the way she looks. But I don't know if it would be the first one I would think of. And I feel like the goal should be to try and get it to be the first one you'd think of. Like sad. I'd want her like looking downwards with a little tear in her eye. Little pokey tails. Little pouty lip. I feel like her face might be a little red too if she's sad. The eyebrows kind of poking up a little. She has a middle part. Her picky tails. I feel like this one would kind of come in front of the face a bit. I feel like the tear could be a little more prominent. Okay. I feel like that one's easy enough to read, but I don't like that you can't really, like the face is kind of like tucked away a little bit, but I think it's gonna look fine like once there's more on the page. We're going for it. We'll just see what happens. Does look like it might be the same character, which is the goal. And one looks sadder than the other. So that's a win-win. I am also just gonna do this one because I feel like since I'm drawing in pencil, I don't really want to smudge a lot. So let's do happy. She usually has a big toothy smile. Big round face, ears. Need to move the ear, it's not quite in the right spot. Yeah, fitting them into the square is definitely more of a challenge than I feel like I gave it credit for. See, now I want to move it down because we're missing her eyebrows. And her eyebrows are gonna be like way up here. Start over on that one. Actually, I would rather erase the whole thing. Does that look happy? I sometimes draw her with like a gap between her teeth. I don't know if it was a missing tooth. I can't remember. Oh dear, it's been too long. Because she's kind of supposed to be on the younger side. I always tend to draw her looking a little bit older, so I guess it'd be fine if her teeth have grown in at that point. Well, we can try it here and see what it looks like. That makes her just too young though. Maybe she just had a gap between her front teeth. I really can't remember. This is embarrassing. I'm enjoying this amount of shoulder. I feel like that's a good size. And the pencil is working well for that size. So I feel like I should go with that. Works real nice. That one definitely has darker hair than the rest, so I'm gonna go back and solve that problem. Alright, I guess next up's angry. At this point, we're just going in order. Let's try and draw this size though. I think this was about the size square I drew. Start with the eyes. The mouth, a little disgusted note. Well, not disgusted, because we have that coming up. Way down here. So she needs to be more angry. So I'm going to put both eyebrows down. Give her chin, shoulders up, maybe fists. Maybe an ear would be showing. Probably a lot of wrinklies up on the forehead. The gap. Does that look angry? Maybe if the face was a little redder. Looks upset about something. Someone released the knowledge of the person with whom she has a crush. Looks pretty angry. I really wish there was more room for the ponytails. They're getting a little they're a little difficult to read in there. You know, it would have been another fun idea, blobfish. Probably could have gone through this whole thing mighty fast. Watch. Blob. Alright, next up is confused. So that's kind of like a lighter WTF, you think? Try it, try it. Draw that same size face if I want to try and get some consistency. This is kind of a blank face. Is that one on here? There is blank. So if we're confused, I'm going to put one eyebrow down. Look at the difference. That kind of works. Shoulders in there. Gotta add some tone. Keep the pupils really small. Fill in the hair. Maybe some blush. I'm noticing something. I don't like when the ponytails are too close together. I think I like it better when they're coming from the side of the face. I think it looks more like her. So like that one, they're too close. Let's try it. Yeah, must be how I usually draw her. This one needs to just scooch over here. It also looks a little too sad. Maybe if I don't know if that looks confused. Maybe we'll come back to that one. I'm not sure. What does confused look like? Maybe if I just add a little question mark. Done. Fixed it. Solved it. Move on. Move on. Next up, we have tired. I feel like if I just kind of like smack her head against the side, or like lean it up like this, then her hair would be kind of squished in here somewhere. The other hair would be this way. Tired. Let's see. Your eyes will be all droopy. Maybe your mouth is kind of droopy too. A little drool. I feel like your eyebrows might be kind of high. She looks all nauseous actually. Tired. Maybe just close the eyes. Just put her straight to sleep. What would the eyebrows look down though? I'm actually kind of curious. Does it look more asleep or less asleep? Maybe a little snore face. Didn't quite scrunch up against the wall though. I might try that again. Since I'm not like in love with any part of it, I'll try again. Maybe like this. Maybe the higher eyebrows will make them look happier. Like it's a nice restful tired. Although it doesn't say asleep, it says tired. So maybe that's not the right way to go. I'm thinking. Maybe if we just peek one eye open, like she's trying to pay attention. And so maybe dark circles. Try to make her look like she's trying to stay awake. I want this shoulder to actually come in front of the cheek. It definitely looks sort of tired. Maybe if I just sharpen my pencil and kind of go over the good lines, we'll be done with this one. You know what might help with this eye is if you can see the top eyelid and the eye's not all the way open. And then there's a little pupil. I'll put a little Z. I feel like that one could use some work. I don't know if the eyebrows need to like come up in the middle maybe. That does help. All right, let's continue, please. All right, shocked or surprised? Now it's kind of gonna be like that, but more like, if you know what I mean. What would the shoulders be doing? You like kind of like jolt back, you know? Like you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? You know? I think big eyes. Gotta keep her nose or it's not gonna look like her anymore. Maybe a big mouth. I think I was imagining that like coming off the edge. Is that shocked? Or would the mouth be more circular? Like, it doesn't really look like her anymore, but I'm not sure how far you can like push a facial expression. I feel like the body would be kind of going forward, like her head's being pushed backwards in surprise. Maybe I'll just draw the chin in and we'll figure that out. And then the hair pieces would be kind of coming that way too if her head's actually being pushed that way in shock. This maybe for the hair? Does this look shocked or surprised or both? I think I want the mouth to be big. Just go to the edge like a cartoon. She looks a little scared though. That's not really my art style. We'll leave it for now. Irritated. What do you do when you're irritated? I'm making a face. What am I making? I have a pouty lip and a bit of a scrunched eyebrow. Kind of like low eyebrows, kind of like going over the eyes. Scrunched. Nose is kind of like snarled and the lips are pouted. Does that look like a face? I do think she looks better when I give her some kind of forehead. When the eyebrows end up so high, it's like, it's confusing. I'm gonna have her like look actually directly at it. It's good. Oh, I really like this one. Oh, how did these eyebrows get so big? Cut them down a bit. She's not taking this crap. It's crazy how like subtle differences, like this one's a bit more extreme, but like in some of them, like pretty subtle differences in a facial expression go a long way. Ooh, I like that better without the pouty lip. A little flared nostril. Color in the hair. And there's one little irritated wheels. All right, next up, WTF. I feel like it's gonna be like that, but more extreme. So do I just redo that face? So we have the one big eye, one small eye, the eyebrows that kind of go like this, nose. Does that seem more extreme than that one? I'm not sure. Maybe if we tuck this over the eyeball a little, keeping the pupils dinky in this one. How do I make this look even more spoked? Maybe with these bottom little pieces, kind of like do this. The nose also ended up really low for her, so I'm going to have to bring that up just for continuity. What if there just is no mouth? Is that an expression? What if I do this one again? See, that looks more angry to me than what the heck is going on. That one might work. There's just so many faces left to do. I feel like I can't spend forever on this if I actually want to finish this today. I might do another one. I'm going to mix these two. So pull these. Pull the body like it's being thrown. Or my hair would be doing that too. And I feel like the eyes need to look more in this direction. I don't know what that face is, but it's a face. Triumph. Now that I'm like, yeah, victory. Big chin looking down at ya. Hands on hips looking. Attempt. That like came too quickly and it looks so blank, but like I said, I think I'm gonna start rushing it a little bit because I'm noticing that the faces all look so similar and like just going with my gut seems to end up the best anyway with like small tweaks. So I think that's what I'm gonna try and do. Next is fear. Maybe with her puggy tails like this. Maybe I should be using the hair more for expressions. Maybe kind of peeking through one eye. Eyebrows definitely need to be going up. Oh, she does look scared. I have a hard time with the sadder ones. They actually kind of come easier though. All hair. Man, I just want to give her a hug. That one went really quick and I love it. All right, bereft. I'm gonna just Google that quickly. I think I know what it means, but I don't want to look stupid, you know? So I guess bereft is just kind of sad, like missing something. I'm gonna like do one of these where you see lots of tears. Tears flowing down the face. We're gonna get a lot of piggy tails in this one. See some nostrils. Kind of looking upper face. Not angry eyebrows. Sad eyebrows. Kind of go upwards more. Why are these coming so quickly and well all of a sudden? Is it because I'm like not trying as hard? Maybe it's more expressive. Like since I'm kind of like being a little bit lazier with the details, it can be more expressive. And that's exactly the word we're looking for. There we go. All right, now here should be a fun one. Flirty. Could just redo that one, but with a flirty face. We'll just go with my gut. One closed, one open eye. Or with like a little cheeky smile. Yeah, that doesn't look that flirty. I like the face or the head placement though, so we'll keep that. If I put like a hand here, glowing a little heart. I don't like that one either. We hit a roadblock. I thought this one would be the easy one. Maybe I have too many expectations. I want a little more shoulder action, you know. It just looks too mischievous. Soften the features a little. Also, the hair turns out better when I don't try as hard. It gets all swooshy. Maybe give her some blush. That'll do it. To sharpen the pencil. It's getting a little dull. Next up is serious. Wheels serious. Is that even possible for me to do? Right under this one? Just give her more serious eyes. Very straight eyebrows. There's just nothing to this. Maybe raise the eyebrows up a bit. A serious look. Like it could be a stern look. Is that what they mean? In that case, I want to lower the eyebrows. Ooh, yep, that's what we're looking for. Just move around the eyebrows. Sometimes that's all you need to do. A lot of these just have a line for the mouth, and it's working. The neck definitely seems to be changing size a lot. There's been no consistency in neck proportions today. This look doesn't work for her. This isn't her usual look. There we go. That works though, with the low eyebrows. I'm pretty happy with that. Silly. Here we go. We can do this. Turn the head a bit. You gotta get the tongue hanging out. Cross-eyed. All right, that did not keep in mind her proportions at all. But just take a moment to appreciate it. All right, that's enough. But I do want that exact same thing, just the right way. Cross-eyed. Basically a blobfish. Eat her nose in there. In the mouth with a tongue. Oh, cute. Make her scrunch her eyebrows together. Remember back in the day, people had the patience to do this for every single one of their like OCs. Good grief. Doesn't look happy enough though. What if I pick one eyebrow up? Maybe go back to that eyebrow. Make her smile more. Squint. It just looks angry. Maybe both happy eyebrows. Or the ponytails could just be going who knows what, when, where, and how. There we go. That looks a little happier. Just curled the smile in. Yeah, I like that way better. The last second saved it. All right, we have 2 rows left. We're more than halfway through. All right. Next up, we've got hollow or blank. Try. I'm not entirely sure. We'll just go with whatever come with. I can get away with just the dots for eyes because that's how I see hollow blank, but I also use it for like cutesy characters, so I don't want to do that because then that kind of opens me up to a certain predicament. I do really flat eyebrows for this. Something looks wrong. What's wrong, Wheels? I don't feel like I said anything because it just kind of happened, but there we go. I think that one turned out really well too. All right, incredulous. How is that different from like confused? Maybe it's just a little happier, so it's like a happy confused. These two bookends between this one. So I'm gonna try happy confused because that's all I can think of. Because you're like, oh, I'm incredulous, right? That's what you sound like. So it's like a mix of this, and this. So you'll be stepped back a little, right? But you'll be happy. You'll also be kind of shocked. That doesn't look like anything other than happy though. Maybe if it's more shocked with a tiny curl. No. Maybe more with the confused. I don't have any confused in here. Tuck this eyebrow down with a happy face. Or bigger happy face. Like you're surprised. I think that's the best I'm gonna do for this emotion that I don't know what it would look like. At least I came up with something different than all the rest that I've already done. I mean, sort of. It's a mix of all of the ones that I've already done, but you know what I mean. We'll do a question mark, but it's a happy question mark. All right, we're really moving along now. Next is confident, which I feel like triumph is how I would have drawn that. So maybe triumph should have been different. So if I consider that confident, what would I do? Triumph. Dare I draw triumph here? See, I knew this would happen, even trying to avoid it. What if I turn the head more like this? And do more of these, like one eye open, one eye shut. Like, you think you can beat me? I don't think so. I am the best roller skater on the planet. This looks a little evil. We need that line underneath the chin. If they're looking up, there really wouldn't be much of a shadow there. You'll think you can beat me. Just saying it over and over again, make it look better. I think that works. All right, next we have fierce. What the heck is fierce? All I can think is like, you're fierce. Got an idea. Let's try this. Not looking downwards, but up at you. Like angry eyebrows and a smile. Like she's just about to start her race. Her roller skating race. Seems like a thing. Give her shoulder up like this. I'll go with that. We can just go ahead and finalize the lines here. I mean, it's pencil. As final as pencil gets. Hair. And color that in. And these ones too. I like that. Ooh, that one turned out good too. Alright, next is despondent or pouty. I'm gonna draw really small. Do crossed arms. Oh, we're gonna actually draw a body. What's this? Eyes like this. Straight eyebrows maybe. Eyebrows need to be lower actually. I don't think there should be any space above the eyelids. A little shirt in there. Color in the hair. That looks pretty good. It's so small though. It makes me think I should like shade in something. Fill in the square. Hey, a little better. All right, next up is drunk. She's underage, so we'll make her sugar drunk. Maybe just a little drool and big eyes. I'm gonna make it look like she sees something she likes. That's not what drunk means, but I'm using this as a wild card. Actually, I could probably just give it a bigger mouth. A little bit closer to drunk. Mouth watering. Whatever. I don't know. I don't really want to draw a drunk. So we'll move on. Rage. Got an idea. Done. Rage. Like pulling out her hair, maybe? Could put her hands up on her head. Hey, I don't know. There's stuff about this one I like, though. So I'm gonna kind of keep it. Okay. Super angry eyebrows, and then the fists. Angry eyebrows. Actually, wait, if the shoulders are here, the arms would be coming up from here. And then we need the pigtails in here somewhere. Maybe some extra, like, lines to really scrunch the face up. Alright, sarcastic. I feel like it's just flirty without the hearts, right? Try this. I'm gonna duck the head down a little. Have her looking upwards at you. This is different from the flirty face. Maybe a little finger guns. Oh, and a smile. It was a joke. I see now. Coloring these hairs. That one's really sketchy, but I feel like it really conveys the emotion. So I'm gonna leave it. And we only have 2 left. Oh my gosh. Alright, disgusted. I feel like maybe a low mouth that's wide, eyes that are kind of like, ooh. Does the lower eyebrows work for this? Maybe? Like high shoulders, I think. Kind of work. I think the really wide mouth kind of works. I don't know. Now that I darkened it up, I don't like it as much. Maybe redraw that piece? I don't know. That kind of looks nauseous too. Ew. Alright, last one's nauseous. Ooh. It's the last one. I feel like I gotta do this one good. How do you draw a nauseous person? I feel like hand over mouth, maybe. That's the other hand. Gotta be going this way. Like they know they're about to puke. I don't know. What does nauseous look like? Maybe a little hunched over. A little worried, so the eyebrows would kind of probably be coming up. Eyes might be a little saggy, like they're tired. They don't feel well. And they might be like holding in the puke. So their cheeks would be kind of like squash. And being nauseous is the worst. Put my hand in front of the mouth though. Definitely doesn't look happy. Sweating. Ooh, a little sweat actually. That does help. Ooh, is there something else that a little sweat could help? Not really. Okay, yeah, guess that's it. Am I done? What the heck? I'm done! Wait, so how many hands did we end up with? Let's see who was right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that count? I could see one hand. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hands. That's the official total. I mean, unless you count this as a hand. So 9 or 10 hands, you were basically right. This was a lot of fun. I feel like around here, I was like, I'm never gonna finish this. And then we got into these, and I feel like I got a bit more of a groove, and they started just going quicker. I don't know why that was. Maybe that's just the glory of warming up. I don't know, but I'm really happy with this. I can definitely see where like the face looks less like her than in others, but I think for the most part I was starting to get kind of a hang of like the proportions of her face, and her nose kind of looks the same in all of them, so that's a plus. Again, I'll have it linked below if you'd like to check out this sheet and do it yourself. Definitely recommend it, especially if you've never done it before. I want to thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all next week. I hope you have a delicious evening full of waffles. Bye.